What's up, guys? Mr. Watermelon here, and today I'm bringing you guys another Mini-MOC. This is kind of a continuation of the one I did last year with Obi-Wan defeating Anakin on Mustafar, and this is just a small little scene from The Force Awakens, and it is Han and Leia's reunion on Takodana. So, yeah, the whole thing is on one single gray base plate, and I obviously used the new Resistance troop transport and had to modify it a little bit. Not new, but it's new in my collection. And, yeah, I don't know, I was watching the Princess Leia scenes in The Force Awakens, and I just kind of got the inspiration to build this from watching them, because I figured, you know, I can do this, this looks kind of cool. So, then I just built the scene. So, giving you guys a quick little 360 before I go into all of the details. Now, I'll show you also the two reference pictures I used for making this, this little Mini-MOC. The back is not that special as far as details is concerned, because there's nothing really to the back. It's just, you know, the ship, which is the Lego set itself. So we go with our little 360. So I think the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the troop transport back there. If we zoom into back there a little bit, well, first of all, as you can see, we have Han and Leia and C-3PO with his red arm, and also BB-8 and Chewbacca are part of it as well. So the first thing I want to show you is the troop transport, which I did have to modify slightly, because in The Force Awakens, the troop transport actually has blue stripes going across it. Now, just like the other Resistance vehicles, it has blue accent to it, whereas these were the original panels that went there and there, and I like them a lot, but they're just not accurate to the movie. So for the purposes of this Mini-MOC, I just I made my own panels, because these are very easily removable. It's literally just a couple of plates that are holding them together, that are it just sticks on with a couple of studded bricks. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, so yeah, I made my own versions with blue stripes on them, and still leaves functionality for the spring-loaded shooter over there. And it looks pretty cool. I think it came out really neat. Now, on the actual troop transport, the doors also has a blue stripe going across it, but I didn't modify that because it's on the ground. I'll show you in a minute what I mean by the blue on my reference picture over there. So if we go back down into here, let's see, I'm going to take the camera off for a second, at least, to show you. There's Leia, and 3PO, and Han. Finally have a use in a MOC for this polybag C-3PO. BB-8 was next to him, and Chewbacca was standing in the back of this scene. So, let's see. Let's start with the sand texturing. Now, Takodana is just a plain, dark tan ground at this point. But, that's kind of boring for LEGO, plus I don't have that many dark tan plates. I don't have a ton of them. All the ones you see here are pretty much what I've got. So, I used that, and I blended it with the regular sand, and some brown elements, as well as dark orange, just to make some more interesting sand texture. Now, around here was the most interesting. It's the rubble of Takodana. So now that was pretty hard to replicate. Most of the pieces that you see in here are actually 1x2 slope bricks, dark gray sloped bricks. So yeah, that's most of it, and a lot of the rubble is actually just kind of sitting, like some of it not even really crazy attached or anything. So yeah, most of it is I used almost every single one of my 1x2 slopes to make all the rubble around it. It's rubble, it's rocks, it's a bunch of stuff. Little fire elements all throughout. Some olive green cheese slopes right there. Not sure how well that color is coming out. But, and yeah, more just rubble. There's actually a little tiny tree stem over there. I'll show you the pictures I mean for that in a second. Little tiny tree. Branch that's coming out, at least right there. Now, this is also just meant to represent a very small portion of it, of the whole rubble around it, because it's crazy. Takodana was completely destroyed in the battle. You've seen the movie already. So yeah, and throughout are also these black modified bricks with the holes in the middle, and that's actually accurate to the Takodana scene. So now I'm going to actually go ahead and show you guys here on my laptop what I mean by all of these details that I was meant to replicate. I'm going to push this back and bring in my laptop. So this is the first picture I have for reference. Now, you saw that little pole right there was meant to be that right there. So that's the rubble that I meant to replicate right there. Just see all the little rocks, all the fire, my light reflections. Light, fire, rocks, fire. Yeah, couldn't really get the smoke unless I wanted to put in some cotton balls, which I didn't really feel like doing with this one. BB-8, Chewbacca, and Han, and you can see actually, if I zoom in a little bit, that's the Resistance troop thing, and there's the blue that comes down on it. So you can kind of see that right there side by side. So it does have a blue accent to it. And then let's see, the other picture I was looking at was this one. So if you look at it from the side like that, let's take the MOC and look at it from the side. You can see what I meant to do with the rocks on the ground with a little fire, and then there was some fire in the background right there. And where's that little tree branch? There's that little tree branch right there. That was kind of what I meant to do with that flame and that little tree branch. And then those little rocks down there was meant to be all of that. So, yeah, those are the pictures I used for reference for making this MOC. So now this was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed making this thing. And it's got some really neat little details. I'm gonna give you a swoop of the whole thing again. It's got some nice little details that are hidden throughout the whole thing. It's just various like ship pieces and parts that would have been part of a building or machines or stuff like that. Yeah, this is it didn't take me that long at all. Probably a combined work of like maybe 2.5 hours to just throw the whole thing together. It wasn't that long. I also have 2 Resistance soldiers in there because they actually are in there in the movie if you look hard enough. They're in there. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. It kind of goes hand in hand with my Mustafar MOC that I did, Mini-MOC that I did last year. And this is actually kind of a fun little series that I might want to do, like just random little scenes from the Star Wars films to make into, whoop, sorry, a little shaky cam, to make into small-scale mini-MOCs like this, because this was a lot of fun to make. Yeah, and I just really like this build. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Are there any, that's what I want to know, what scenes, like tiny little scenes like this, would you like to see me try to recreate in Mini-MOC form down in the comments below? I'd love to hear some suggestions, because this is kind of a fun little series, and the last video got really popular, so who knows, maybe this series will take off. So, that's going to just about do it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Like I said, any other little scenes you want me to try to make, little tiny things, down in the comments below. And be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. So thank you guys very much for watching once again. This has been Mr. Watermelon. Peace out, guys.